Middle East conflict, the drizzle strategy and logistic warfare. The soil of the Middle East is once again filled with the scent of gunpowder, but this time the sounds and strategies echoing across the battlefield have changed. President Donald Trump's tough stance and the escalating confrontation with Iran have brought the region to the brink of a conflict where victory and defeat will be decided not just by the power of missiles, but by logistics and the availability of stock. According to defense experts, Iran has made a fundamental shift in its military doctrine, known as the drizzle strategy. The 12-day war in June 2025 taught Tehran a new lesson. Instead of exhausting its full strength by firing hundreds of missiles simultaneously at Israeli or American bases, it is now unleashing a slow but continuous rain of missile-carrying drones. Just as a light monsoon drizzle gradually saturates the ground, Iran's policy is designed to slowly wear down the enemy's air defense systems. The true intent of this move is to completely deplete interceptor systems like Israel's Iron Dome and America's multi-billion-dollar THAAD. Iran knows it may not be able to compete directly with the US in terms of technology, but it can win the game of quantity, a game of economic and technical exhaustion. The economic calculus. The most lethal aspect of the drizzle policy is its economic mathematics. The kamikaze drones and short-range missiles Iran is firing cost only a few $1,000s to manufacture. In contrast, an American SM-3 or PAC-3 interceptor missile used to destroy these drones in mid-air costs between $2 million and $40 million, approximately Rs-16 to Rs-32 crore. Iran's goal is clear: force the enemy to spend its most expensive and limited missiles to down cheap drones. Once these interceptors are exhausted, Iran will deploy its deadly hypersonic and heavy weaponry because the skies will be wide open. Pentagon's concern: emptying arsenals. Recent media reports have confirmed the danger that American warehouses are running empty. According to reports, top U.S. Army generals have given President Trump a confidential but grave warning. They state that if a long and large-scale military operation is launched against Iran, the pressure on U.S. weapon stockpiles will be unlike anything seen in decades. The biggest concern is air defense interceptors. The Department of Defense does not have an unlimited supply. Following the conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, the supply chain is already under heavy strain. Experts believe that a high-tech interceptor missile takes months to manufacture. The U.S. defense industry currently cannot produce missiles at the rate they are being consumed on the battlefield. Generals have warned the president that emptying stockpiles in the Middle East means weakening the U.S. position against China in the Pacific. If a crisis occurs in the Taiwan Strait tomorrow, the U.S. will have no arrows left in its quiver for its own defense. The current escalation. President Trump has the image of a decisive leader, but he now faces a difficult challenge. Will he launch a massive strike to destroy Iran's missile capability on day one, or will he resort to diplomacy to save the U.S. from a long, exhausting logistic trap? The tension in the Middle East has now taken the form of a full-scale Great War. Retaliatory attacks by Iran starting on the night of February 28th have challenged the limits of Israel's Iron Dome and Arrow defense systems, causing massive destruction. Official reports call this the largest direct missile attack in Israel's history, turning not just military bases but densely populated civilian areas into piles of rubble. Ground reality and casualties. The most heart-wrenching scenes were witnessed in the city of Beit Shemesh, where missile strikes created an atmosphere of chaos. In the economic capital, Tel Aviv, sirens wailed throughout the night. Iran's Revolutionary Guards, Pasdaran-e-Inqilab, claimed to have targeted government and security centers in the heart of the city. Casualties: 12 deaths reported in Israel so far, with over 500 injured, 40 in critical condition. Infrastructure: major highways and power plants have been damaged, leading to blackouts. Jerusalem. Even the outskirts of Jerusalem, considered one of the safest cities, saw explosions and falling debris from intercepted missiles. While social media videos show some Iranian hypersonic missiles bypassing interceptors to hit targets, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has convened an emergency cabinet meeting, vowing that Iran will pay a heavy price. As Israel prepares its counterstrike, the international community condemns the violence, yet the flames of war only seem to grow.